Hello. Just starting to get a few people on. Just waiting for people to show up here. Good morning. Sorry, this is a little grainy right now. I don't have my webcam set up because I didn't have long to get on this morning. So, you can see my new cat back here in the background over here. Lizzie! She probably won't come because she's a cat and they don't really do anything that you want them to do. So she is she's about 3 months old. So we just got Lizzie. We just adopted her. Oh, hi, Jackie. I'm glad that you caught one. I don't have a lot of time on here this morning, so I don't have my normal lights and my webcam and stuff. So it's a little grainy. It's very overcast here. It's very dark and breezy and cool out, which is really magical. Actually, right now, it was just reminding me of being in Iceland in March. It sounds like Iceland outside here right now. So that's a really nice memory. But so I was just starting actually my client appointments for the day. And I was airing out my house and saging my house. My door just blew closed. And I thought I would jump on here for just a few minutes and see how you all are doing. Say happy holidays, see how your Thanksgiving was. Make sure you're all protected, safe, and healthy. Hello, everyone. Saying hello. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Adriana. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Kayla. Oh, thank you, Courtney. I have not done, trust me, I have not done a thing with myself this morning other than throw on a sweater and a couple of pieces of jewelry and a hat because I'm doing client appointments all day. So I don't usually get too gussied up to sit in front of my altar all day. Sometimes I do, but not on not on appointment days. So Monday is a big appointment day, so I'll be spending the next 8 hours on that. So, hello everyone. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Oh, thank you, Courtney. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. It's a lot of facial moisturizing products. Put them on 6 times a day. So, oh, well, thank you, Patrick. That's very kind of you. I'm glad to see you here this morning. So yeah, our Thanksgiving was, obviously spent at home, just me, my husband, and my 2 kids, and I made some of their favorites, and that was really about it. And honestly, I really enjoyed not driving around the whole day to see other family members. I know that may be selfish, but I get I can lose my patience and get annoyed with having to spend holidays driving around to everybody else's celebrations and never having your own celebration, especially when you're pagan or of some type of pagan path or some type of polytheistic path or some type of non-traditional, folk tradition path, whatever you may be. It's nice to stay at home and celebrate the way you want to celebrate instead of being forced to be at everybody else's house and forced to celebrate how they celebrate. I know my husband's family is very Christian, so there's a lot of praying and that doesn't bother me. Other religions don't bother me at all. It was just nice to be home and do things how we wanted to do things for once and not just spend the entire day driving, because I feel like that really like negates the point of the holiday, right? When you're just like rushing around and like shoving your kids in and out of the car and trying to get like checking your phone for the time to see what time you need to be at the next place. And it's so chaotic that you don't actually get to enjoy the meaning of the holiday. So I'm really looking forward to, I really enjoyed Thanksgiving not having to do that, and I will really enjoy Christmas Eve and Christmas not having to do that. So, oh, hi, Annie. Thank you. I'm glad you caught me live too. Thanks for being here. Yes, my Thanksgiving was very good. So, I am really liking the not getting like shoved around chaotic holidays. So especially my husband has a really big family, so there's always a lot of people that want to be visited. Yeah, so I just began my path about 3 months ago and definitely enjoy watching her work. And she's so knowledgeable. Her spirit is so bright. Well, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. And good luck to you on your path. Many blessings to you on that. So, yeah, so I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And then, of course, now we're headed into, um, well, tonight we have a lunar eclipse, and we're supposed to be able to see it from where I am at. I don't know where you all are at in the world. I have a lot of international clients. Um, but it looks like we're supposed to have clear skies here where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to going out with my kids and trying to get a glimpse of that tonight. We are also offering a lunar eclipse reading tonight and a lunar eclipse service that is really geared around letting things go and welcoming positive change into your life and sort of stepping out of the shadow and really getting a burst of manifestation power, because that's what eclipses are all about. It's really about shedding what's been holding you back and stopping you from succeeding at your goals and manifesting your goals, and letting that fall to the wayside and sort of like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon type of analogy. So thanks, Courtney. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, so those two things are going on tonight. If anybody want the lunar eclipse service, I also decided to offer buy one get one free for the holidays. So that is $12 for two petitions. So anybody looking for any like last minute, really, well, not last minute, but really inexpensive gifts for a friend or a loved one, that's a great thing to do. So good morning, everyone. So yeah, so those are happening tonight. I hope you all enjoy the lunar eclipse, even if you can't see it. I hope you get to do some spiritual work and yeah, use this time to really, make a short list of what you want to shed. And if you don't know what you want to shed, at least you know what you're stepping towards, right? So I would make a small list of what you want to step towards for 2021 and really start moving in that direction. It's never too early to set your 3 and 6 month and 9 month goals. So because that's how we achieve things, right? Is by actually having the thought process of, how we're going to get there. And we start that by just sort of, sketching things out like an outline, like you would for an essay or you would for a project or anything like that. So it's the same thing. I think Patrick's still on here. I can't, I appreciate your comment, Patrick, but it's blocking it. So I'm actually going to hide that comment. It's very sweet, but YouTube is saying that it's not appropriate. So that's why you don't see your comment. Is everybody looking forward to Christmas, or are people kind of I'm looking forward to Christmas and New Year just because I don't think, now I'm not naive. I don't think 2021 is going to be a lot different than this year. I think we're going to spend much of it quarantined. We still have a third wave to go through. We're in the second wave right now of the pandemic. And so I don't think 21 is going to look a lot different, but we will be that much closer to getting through this. So I'm excited for the new year. Good morning, everyone. Have my amino acids in there that I'm drinking because I'm not a caffeine drinker. I think probably most of you know that. So I just drink my amino acids in the morning and take my vitamins. And I'm still fasting. I fast every day too for at least 16 hours, sometimes 18. So I'm still on my fast right now. I'll be able on about 40 minutes, I can start thinking about maybe what I want to eat. So do you guys have any health regimens that you sort of use that correlate with your spirituality or your your manifestation power? I really feel like no, I'm not doing keto. I don't have any problem with the keto diet. For other people, it's just not for me. So I do follow an extremely low carb diet. My body is just not carb efficient. So, but I don't know. I don't have a name to what I do for myself. I just know that it's what works best for my body. So I find a lot of people are getting more into fasting or intermittent fasting. Um, and I definitely think it's really healthy, but I don't think there's one diet for everybody. I don't think I don't think everybody should do keto, and I don't think everybody should be vegan, and I don't think everybody should be vegetarian. I think that for one, it rules out a lot of cultural traditions. So, I mean, we're not all supposed to be the same, right? You go around the world and they eat totally different things than what we do. And that's their culture and those are their traditions and that should be preserved. So I'm a big proponent of whenever I travel, I eat whatever they're eating in that area. So I try whatever's native and whatever's traditional. That's like a really big thing for me to connect to the people and the land. So yeah, I didn't realize that fasting was a part of keto, but see, I just learned something new from Courtney. So there you go. The only thing I know about keto is just the no carbs and then the high fat and high protein. So I'm definitely high protein. I'm not high fat. I do eat healthy fats, but I'm not high any type of fat. So, oh, thank you, Luna Goddess Botanical Magic. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it can. I think fasting really provides a lot of clarity. It helps me be a lot more. I don't have trouble with focus or anything anyway, but I just feel very clear, So yeah. You guys have any big plans this week, or just sort of getting back into the swing of things from having Thanksgiving break? I know that's kind of what I'm doing. I have my client appointments today, and then I just need to make sure like my cat isn't. I have one of my sets of French doors open over there, and I have the screen locked, but I just want to make sure she's not like climbing it or something. So she's only 3 months old, so she's still pretty rambunctious. And we just put up our tree yesterday, which I've had cats my whole life, and I've never had people say they climb the Christmas trees, and I've never had a cat do that. So, like, I'm not anticipating it. She hasn't even really hardly looked at it. So I guess I just don't have cats that do that. Knock on wood. Trying to gain weight for me in a world full of diets is so hard. Yeah, I can understand that. Definitely, when I use the word diet, I don't mean as in dieting. I mean as your diet is in what is your diet that you consume. So I don't ever diet like the what we think that word is, but that's our mind shouldn't go to that meaning of that word. Your diet just means what you consume. So like I eat a diet high in vegetables. So that's my diet, but I'm not on like a celery juice diet. You see what I'm saying? So it's too bad that our minds go to that when we try to talk about just our eating habits with other people or health habits. But I will certainly never use dieting in that frame of reference. So, oh, hi, Simon. Yes, I I appreciate that. I think you're like the second person to compliment me on my vocabulary in like 3 months. So, yeah, I think it's important to, yeah, I think it's very important to clarify there. So, whenever I talk about, I do have a pretty strict dietary consumption of what I allow in my body and what I do not allow in my body. But it is certainly something that I would, I think in a few videos I've touched on caffeine consumption. But other than that, that's not really something, like I said earlier, I don't think we're all supposed to have pardon me, I don't think we're all supposed to have the same diet. I think genetics has a big part of that, where we're from. Um, I'm from the Baltic region. My people are Baltic and North African, so that's so that sort of that plays into my dietary needs, right? So I would certainly, it's not something I would ever like push on a video or anything like that. Like, oh, eat what I eat, and I think there are obviously healthier things to eat than others. I will say I try not to eat fast food. I rarely eat fast food because we know that that's not healthy for us. So, but that's not, I wouldn't go really any further than that. So. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whenever I use that word diet, it's not like that at all. It just means my dietary nutrition is, my dietary consumption. So, but yeah, I think it's important to really look at the context and the definition of that word, because it's not what we think of now when we hear it. So, which is unfortunate. People should be able to talk about their eating habits. And traditional foods that they love and things like that without it sort of going there and being taken out of context. So, yeah, but we just put our tree up. I posted a picture of it on Instagram. It looks really good in the picture because, of course, it's Instagram and you can make everything look amazing, right? But it's not the greatest looking tree. It's pretty, yeah, it's unfortunate. It's an old tree. It had been there for a long time and a lot of people had passed by it, but we decided to cut that one down this year. So I felt like it's 2020 and everybody needs a chance. So I got this like tree that's like full of holes and like, oh, here's my cat, Lizzie. She's probably gonna ignore me. Um, yeah, it's full of holes and it has like some brown branches and the lights aren't really working on it properly. But hey, it's 2020 and it's the year of not getting everything you want, but being happy with what you have, right? So that's our motto for 2020 and probably my motto for 2021. We're just happy to be together and safe and healthy and protected. So that's all I'm focusing on. Sorry, I just had to check a couple of messages that were coming in. So yeah, so I hope you're all having a lovely week and getting back into the swing of things and getting ready for Christmas. How are you doing on your holiday shopping? I think I'm about 3/4 done with mine, maybe a little bit more. I'm uh I'm I'm a Sagittarius planner though, so I start like Christmas shopping in September. So I'm like really lame like that. I just want to make sure that we're getting refreshed here and that I'm seeing everybody's comments. If you guys, can you guys comment from where you're at right now? I think I might be frozen, so I just want to make sure that you're hearing me and seeing me properly. So if you can just let me know what country you're in or what state if you want to, if you're in the US. Yeah, it looks like we may have gotten frozen a bit. Oh, here we go. Now it's back on. Perfect. Alabama, Michigan. Yes, hello, Kat. We have Sharon in the UK, Kayla in Washington, June in Maryland. Oh, hi. In Chicago. Oh, I miss Chicago so much. I used to do so much work there. And oh, it was just lovely. I would go like 3 or 4 times a year, take my kids a couple of times, go around the holidays, go in the summer. Yeah, it was just, I love you get on the train and you're there in 2 hours. And I miss going to Chicago so much. I miss working in other places. I miss working in Chicago. I miss working in New Orleans. So, yeah. Hi, Anthony in Virginia. Courtney's in West Virginia. Henusan, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, is in close to Paris, France. My husband spent a lot of time in France. He actually speaks French fluently. So I'm waiting for him to take me because when he took me, we were not together. Or when he went, we were not together. So his French comes in very handy when we travel. I find that wherever we go, there is almost always people who speak French, and except for Haitian French, that was that was not that did not go well. I remember I remember him speaking to a man for like a half an hour, and then he came back. And the man was speaking Haitian French, and he and my husband came back, and he's like, "I have no idea what we just talked about." So, but I mean, he must have faked his way through it pretty well. But clearly, Haitian French is nothing like the French that my husband knows. So, yes, I guess it is. So and he's very good with dialects and language, and I'm quite good with dialects and language. So usually when we travel, we really don't have any issue between the two of us. I do need to learn another language though. That's like on my bucket list. So I'm going to learn Spanish if I have to. Honestly, it's ridiculous that I don't know it right now. I have so many Hispanic and Latina uh, clients that I should already know it. But I took like 2 years of it in college. But you know how it is. If you don't use it, then you're not remembering it. I think I could probably get back into it pretty easily. But I have a friend who speaks fluent Spanish. I should make her talk to me more in Spanish. Hello, Whiskey. Nice to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Hi, Henosan. I'm sure I'm slaughtering your name, and I apologize for that. I'm actually not sure where I'm at in North Africa. That is not something that could be narrowed down to the country. It looks like if I was to pull up a map right now, I can tell you the closest. Um, Let me look. Okay, so actually, we're looking at it would be like Algeria and Libya, like the area. I have had some over in the Egypt area too, though. So I had some genetic information from that area also. Yes, I know. I need to do that. I know. I need to. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know. I had 2 years of it. I think I could get back into it pretty easily. So, but I definitely rely on my husband when we travel with his French, his French and his limited Spanish that gets us around everywhere we've gone to so far. So. I want to make sure that I'm seeing everybody. Yeah, so getting back into the swing of things for work. Happy to be back working this week. The time off was lovely, though. I got so much done around my house. I got all of my inventory, my storage area for my inventory all clean and organized. And that always feels really good because I have a lot more inventory coming in around holiday time. So I need to be um, really careful about trying to keep things organized as best as possible. So, hello, Sally. Hello, Christina in New Jersey. Hello, Sam. Yes, thank you. Yep, we're all safe here, doing well. I'm glad I had some time this week to get on and do a short, at least a short live. I was hoping to get to some videos, but I'm just not pushing things right now. So, and I think I've taken a break from doing, I would probably do more live events this month if they come up, but I think I'm taking a break from doing video presentations for other events. So we'll see. Yeah, I can speak enough to where I can convey my point, but it's not, it's certainly not what it should be. Living in the United States, I should be speaking Spanish. That's obvious. So yes, I hope everybody is doing well and safe, and your families are all doing well and safe. And make sure you get out tonight and try to see that lunar eclipse. So I'm not sure where all it's going to be visible. My cat's about to jump on the table and get into my holiday flower arrangement. Any advice on spell work for the full moon tonight? Yeah, I actually covered that a while back. I will post this video, I'll save it and post it to my YouTube, and then you can rewatch it if you weren't here in the beginning, because I really talked about how the eclipse is about sort of shedding things that are weighing you down and keeping you from manifesting your goals. So that's a really good thing to focus on tonight, is sort of letting go of any obstacles or blockages or just weight, or maybe bad habits, self-sabotaging behavior that holds you back. That's what I would really that's what a lunar eclipse should be used for. What are your plans on Yule? You know what? I'm actually working on the winter solstice. It's the 21st, and I'm actually completely booked that day with clients. So that's what I'll be spending that day doing. That evening, I might have a small, just personal private celebration. But yeah, I'm starting to book into January now, the end of January. So I'm filled up. The holidays fill up quickly because I do take time off around Christmas, obviously. So yeah, nothing crazy spectacular. But yes, the Saturn and Jupiter, um, yeah, and those are, especially Jupiter's my ruling planet, and I also really like Saturn for really getting things done, because I'm a planner because I'm just naturally that way. Um, I hear that a lot of Sagittarius are that way, so it's a really Saturn is really good for getting, things planned out and being proactive on them. So, oh, hi, guess who? Yeah, I actually do lives. I try to do them at least once a month or a couple times a month. I'm on Instagram too, so yeah, I'm around. I'm on here, not as often as I would like to be, but as often as my schedule allows. So, but I'm glad that you caught me today, and thank you very much. I am well. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's happening. Winter solstice. I don't know if anybody else is having plans. It's kind of a nice time. I mean, obviously, most people aren't going to be getting together. I'm not getting together with my coven for the winter solstice. I had it planned and then I canceled it just because of the numbers being so high right now for COVID cases. Um, and so we will celebrate. I will be back to work mid-January, so probably late January. We will celebrate and we do a gift exchange for winter solstice every year between the five of us, and yeah. So but I think the winter solstice is kind of naturally a sort of solitary Sabbath anyway. So I think it's fitting for people to be on their own, doing their own thing for the winter solstice. Oh, thank you, Freya. I appreciate that. I'm 15, so how would you suggest this is from Ashna, me getting more on track because calling myself a witch feels weird because I don't do anything witchy and I don't know how to incorporate more magic in my life. Well, um, I don't know if you're not if you're not doing anything witchy, then I'm not sure how you know this is the path for you. So I guess that would be like the first um I guess that would be your first thing to figure out is if you're not sort of inherently drawn to practicing and honing your skills, then I'm not sure you would really need to spend some time trying to figure out if this is the path for you, because that's usually how people find their path is that they are interested in what's on that path. They're interested in the traditions and the practices and the knowledge and the skills. And so they start learning those things and then they start identifying themselves with that path. So if you're not interested in those things, then I'm not sure how you've determined that this is the path for you, because you should be on whatever path is where the traditions and the beliefs and the practices and the folklore is appealing to you and something that's natural for you. It's not something that should be forced. You shouldn't have to. If you don't feel comfortable calling yourself a witch, then don't call yourself that. You should never force yourself into a label. So, but that's a very good question, though. And good luck to you on your path. I certainly hope you find what is fitting for you. There are a lot of different sects and traditions in paganism and witchcraft and folk magic and earth magico traditions. So I'm certain that you'll find something that feels natural and fitting for you. And you'll know when you do, it will feel like it's something that you've known about your whole life. Hi, the spiritual witch. Oh, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate everyone taking their time to spend here with me this morning. Yes, my cat just, like I said, she's only 3 months old, so she's pretty rambunctious still. So she's sort of darting around the house like crazy. I don't know what path you're currently reading about or currently studying. I practice hoodoo. That's my tradition and my practice. But I do have a recommended reading list on my website that it does include other books other than hoodoo, so you can get a pretty good span of knowledge from those books. So that book list is under the About Us section, which is located at the bottom of my website. And if you click on that, you'll see a very long recommended reading list. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kelly. Yeah, I don't have too terribly much longer on here, but I did wanted to get on and wish everybody happy holidays and see how. Sorry, I just have to answer a message. I have a couple of things going on right now that I need to unfortunately be aware of. So I apologize for that, but I have to respond to those things right now. Yes, happy holidays to you. And I wish you all a very magical 2021. I was stating before, I don't think 2021 is going to look a lot different than 2020, but we will be that much closer to getting through it. And that's what's important. So it's important to sort of keep your eye on the prize, and the light at the end of the tunnel. So, hi, Freya. So much respect. I feel so blessed to be in your presence. Your energy is so beautiful and comes through. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Any advice regarding moon water during an eclipse? If you're going to be making eclipse water tonight, I would make sure that you definitely save that for use and cleansing and clearing and maybe like road opening or obstacle removal work. So, but I'm going to jump off here for today. I appreciate all of you being on here with me this morning so much. I'll try to be on again maybe this week or maybe next. Blessings to you. Safety, health, protection, and good fortune to all of you. Happy holidays if I don't speak to you before then. Be blessed, everyone.